Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kat and today I'm going to show you how to recreate Akasha's look from the movie Queen of the Dam. And that's a very important movie for me, and you can stick around if you want to find out why, because I will explain later in the video. So if you're curious how to do it for Halloween maybe, or just for practice, or maybe that's what you like to wear day to day on the street, then go for it and I'll show you how to do it, and I'll share with you some little tips and tricks also. So let's hop in. I already have applied foundation and powder on my face because I want to focus on the points that make Akasha's makeup stand out, like the eyebrows, the eyes, and the contour, in my opinion. Even though it's not so obvious, I think her cheekbones are very structured, so I need to add extra contour to get there. So since I have my face makeup already applied, I usually do the eyes first and then the face, but now I want to make sure that any fallout that I will have from the dark eyeshadows that I will use today will not mess up my makeup. So the first thing I want to do is to add some more powder under the eyes. So I will use the Fenty Beauty powder in the shade Butter, and I'll apply it with a fluffy brush underneath my eyes. With a brush like this. And I'm not tapping off the excess too much because I want some extra powder to be there to, be safe with the fallout. Now I want to start with the eye makeup, and I've been looking at photos on Google of Akasha, and I'm not sure whether she's wearing a black or dark purple eyeshadow. I'm not sure, so the one that I will use today is from this Natasha Denona palette, and I will use this shade in the middle, which you can't tell, but it's like super dark to purple to brown. So I will apply it all over my eyelid because that's the way Akasha wears it. So we will build a cat eye shape with the eyeshadow, and we will extend the outer corner to the temples a lot. So I'm using just a flat, big fluffy brush, and with that eyeshadow I'm going everywhere on my eyelid. Don't worry about the blending, we will leave that for later. Right now I'm focusing on packing on the eyeshadow. And now, as you probably saw in my previous makeup tutorials, I use the thinner side of the brush to create that elongated eye makeup. And I want to take it very far to the temples. Like this. Now the next step is to apply the same eyeshadow on the bottom bottom part of the eyes, and I will be using a brush like this, which is a super small blending brush but very precise. And I'm very careful with tapping off the excess because I told you that fallout is my fear. And I'm connecting the bottom part with the other part of my makeup. And now smoking it out a bit. And I'm using the same brush to make sure that I get the eyeshadow all the way to the inner corner. Perfect. Now it's time to worry about blending, and I will use the same palette and I will take this. I know it looks pink, but it's a bit purple to be realistic. This eyeshadow to blend the upper part. I'm taking a blending brush and dipping it in the eyeshadow and just slowly going here on top of the dark eyeshadow to make it blend in with the skin. I hope you know how to blend, smooth touches, holding your brush from the end, and small circular motions. The last step to be done with the eye makeup is some black eyeliner on the waterline. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'll go with the eyeliner in the inner corner as well, to darken it. I am not worried about blending the inner corner too much because I will apply some highlighter there in a few moments. And the next step is the eyebrows. And if you know how Akasha looks, her eyebrow has a normal shape, but at the end she has a straight line that is parallel to the eye makeup. So I will start with the normal shape. I will not be doing that goth eyebrow that I showed you in the last tutorial. I will stick to the regular shape. So I'm taking my little Boys and Berries brush and the same ink blot gel that I've been using in all of my videos because I can't live without them. So I'm starting with, the bottom line. And now, instead of going upwards, I will take it down. I love how you can create any eyebrow shape you want when you have shaped eyebrows. and I prefer to shave them instead of pluck them because I want um, to have the opportunity to grow them back fast if I want to. So yeah, I shave them every other day almost. Okay, and now that I have this regular shape, I'm taking this part and making parallel line with the eyeshadow. And because I want the end of the eyebrow to fade out, I will use some eyeshadow instead of gel with a smudge brush like this. This one is from e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I'm taking a dark brown from the Midnight Shimmery palette, and I'm fading out this eyebrow. You know, so it looks more like eyeshadow. And a little trick, you can put your finger on and smudge it out. And this is perfect. This is exactly the way that her makeup is done. So that was it for the eyes and eyebrows. I will do the other half of the face off camera and I'll be back in a second. So I'm back. I did the other eye and the other eyebrow off camera. I also added some mascara and I wiped off the fallout. Fortunately, there wasn't much. And the next step is contour. So Alia's face is very, how can I say it, her cheekbones are very defined. So I want to achieve that too. So I will go over the top with the contour, meaning that I will take it down to here. So I usually stop here in the middle of the cheekbone, but I want to drag it more towards the mouth. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will use this no-name contour palette that I've been using for years because I just love the shades and I never felt like I needed something else. I'm going with this one in the middle, which is very grayish, as a contour should be, because contour should mimic shadow, and shadow is never warm. So that's mainly the difference between contour and bronzer. Bronzer is in a very warm shade usually. So I'm starting here. I'm blending it in the hairline and the start of my hair, and with very light tapping motions, I'm taking it towards the mouth. So the reason why I love Queen of the Damned so much it's because I love the soundtrack. I mean the whole track list actually. I was 12 when I first watched it, and it was like the butterfly effect because I was curious about the artists in the track list of Queen of the Damned. And that's how I discovered Trap and Linkin Park and Disturbed and other metal bands. So from there on, that's how I discovered my music taste, my style, my everything else. That's the reason why I am who I am today. So yeah, Queen of the Damned was a butterfly in my life. Also taking the contour to the temples, not to the temples, sorry, to the forehead. I'm always going in the hairline. I know some people avoid that, but I just don't like to see a harsh edge. Taking it under the chin as well. Contour under the chin always makes your face look thinner. So yeah, that's something that I do a lot in my regular makeup routine. And for the nose, I will use a brush that looks like this. It's super fluffy, but somehow flat, but bigger than an eyeshadow brush. And I will use it on my nose, starting right here where the eyebrow starts, and just creating a line downwards. I am firstly shaping the nose, and then I blend out the rest. If you don't have a brush like this, I have a very good tip for you. You know the brush that I used for the contour of the rest of the face, this one, you can hold it with your fingers like this, or you can put a bobby pin, and that's even easier. And here you have a small fan brush. So now finish with my nose. I will take the same brush that I used for the rest of the face and blending it. But I use the other brush because it makes the lines much smoother. And that's it for the nose contour. The next step in my makeup routine would usually be blush, but you know, blush kind of makes you look like you're so alive and you've been out in the sun, and last time I checked, that's not something that vampires do, so blush, pass this time. Now it's time for some highlighter, and Akasha's face is glowing. So one other trick that I usually do is to use a very shiny eyeshadow instead of highlighter. So the one that I will use today is from the Small Ball palette from the Balm, and is this shade right here. It has a champagne color, and I will use another blending brush that is now very it just doesn't look like a new one, so I will use it to apply a lot of that eyeshadow on my cheekbones. And I'm sure you can see the shine. It's much more shiny than usual highlighter. Great. Now down the bridge of the nose. tip of the nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And with a smaller brush, let me just make it.
One eternity later.
Oh yeah, this one. So it's like a small blending brush that I will use to apply the highlighter here in the inner corner. So I'm not done with the highlighter yet. When I said that Akasha's face is glowing, well, it's really glowing. So I want to go with another highlighter on top, one that has more of a yellow tone. And what better highlighter is there for this job than the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife? And I will use the same brush that I used before, and I'm going on top of the places that I applied the previous highlighter. And the reason why I didn't use the Trophy Wife right from the start is that it kinda has, it's just not a smooth finish. It's just like pressed glitter. I mean, not pressed glitter, but it's more chunky than a usual highlighter. So I want a smooth highlighter first and then this on top. And as I said, going everywhere where I went with the first highlighter. Great, and I think this yellowish tone blends pretty well with the contour as well. Now for the last step of the tutorial, it's lips, and I will use this inglot liner. You can see it's very tiny because I use it all the time. I will certainly rebuy it, and the shade is 63. I will attach a link to all the products in the description anyway, so you don't have to remember that. And Akasha has not so prominent Cupid's bow. She has kind of like around her upper lips, so I will use the lip liner to cover my Cupid's bow. And create, that rounder shape for the mouth. And I will continue with the lip liner all around the lips and on top of the lips as well. Of course, Akasha has glossy lips, and I will use this sample that I got from Sephora because it looks like a good match with the lips. It's called Sephora Gloss. I don't know the shade. I think it's 120 Fly. Okay. And I think the color works well with the lip liner and the color of my lips that walks through. So let's see how it looks. Oh my god, this is really shiny. I usually avoid gloss because it feels sticky, but this one, it doesn't feel sticky at all, to be honest. Okay, maybe now that I added more, it feels a little bit sticky. And that's it for the tutorial, guys. I hope you liked it, and I hope that the tips that I gave you are helpful in a way or another, and maybe you want to share some tips with me as well in the comments. If you like this tutorial and you also like Queen of the Ten, then I suggest you subscribe to my channel and like this video, and if you haven't watched the movie yet, then I suggest you go and do it. Now, see you next Friday. Bye!